go. Is this one of those? I don't remember exactly. Maybe if I had some of my stolen goods, then I would remember. It is absolutely one of those. We'll grab our last birdman, go back down, we'll free the children, grab the stolen goods, and we'll be moving. We'll be just flying along. We're flying along now, but I mean, like, we'll be really, really flying. Just on the other side of this mountain. Oh, we had to come here for this eye earlier. Has somebody come along and plucked your feathers already? Looks that way. This tree is neat because it's actually a staircase all the way up, so you can kind of go up and see all how the Arakoa would have a staircase up a tree. It's a little thing, but it's interesting. I like the climb. Then you're up here and you get to fight the birdman. I'm starting to think somebody's already been here and done this. There. Doesn't that feel good? Who just shield bashed me? That's not very nice. Slowly but steadily, our Terrokar forest journey is coming to an end. The Ironjaw's pelt, that's super easy. All you do is hunt down Ironjaw. And Warpstalkers, I can see a bunch of Warpstalkers right now. 3 down, 3 to go. Pump Thak back up here. He's deflated a touch. Up there, that's where we can find an arcane tome. Or at least, that's where it's telling us to go to find our arcane tome. You can farm them off of pretty much any blood elf in this area altogether, but this is pretty much your first exposure when you were playing this expansion to a place where you can farm the blood elves. I think that's all the warp. Oh, 2 more. I thought I got warp stalkers taken care of, but it looks like I didn't do that. Definitely not seeing... Oh, there he is. There. There's a horde encampment here, and there's an alliance encampment around here somewhere. I think it's... Oh yeah, down there in that tent down that way. Between the trees. That's the Alliance base for this area. This is where you will pick up quests, I think, for this area. But it's gated. Oh no, there it is. I'm not going to grab it though. I think our time in Outland is coming to an end. Once I've finished this round of quests, we'll move on back to Northrend and do the next cluster of quests I've planned out. Unless you're liking Outland more than Northrend. You know, if you like Skyrim, you probably would like the Northrend zones more than you'd like the Outland zones. But if you're more of a fan of sci-fi, you'll probably like Outland more than the Northrend. Going back though to that Battle for Azeroth talk, I guess I should be grateful that it isn't more like this, where you just go out into the middle of a field full of these enemies that have a drop chance on an item that you can get, and once you have enough of those items you can turn them in, and then once you have enough of those turn-ins then you get your reputation up. At least with world quests you get the item and you get gear rewards and you get reputation rewards and gold and whatever else you might be into, so I guess I should be grateful for that. Lots of cloth. Unfortunately, netherweave cloth is the least expensive cloth. Sometimes you have trouble giving it away. So, not amazing, but still could be useful somehow. So, pretty much for the rest of this, it's all pointless grinding. Mindless grinding. Which isn't a problem. For me, specifically, like, I don't mind grinding. I came up in the grinding style. I'm used to investing a lot of time to get my levels. However, I am well aware that that sentiment is not very mutual. Some people prefer to see results from whatever it is they're doing, which that is extremely fair. Not everybody wants to wait X amount of time in terms of months or whichever have you, just to have a little bit to show for it. So I can't blame them there. I can blame myself for letting Thokthak die, though. That's my B. Oh, I don't have a silence. Might be a good thing to have in an enclave of blood elves. Elves, if you're not familiar with fantasy nomenclature and definitions and all that different jazzy stuff, elves are pretty much the most renowned for their magic. So, to not have a pet out that will deal with those magical abilities, then you could struggle. So, not that I'm always looking for a reason to get rid of Thokthak, but let's bring out Prycoon. But, like I said, it's going to be lots of pointless grinding, and I'm not going to force everybody to sit through that. It's not saying my recording is going anymore. Thanks, Blizzard. You know what? I actually just remembered. This is not the best place to be for this. Not only does leaving that place raise my chances of finding one of these tomes, it lets me speak about something else entirely. So this is the Outland version of Shadowmoon Valley. If you've played or had the misfortune to experience Warlords of Draenor, this might not be exactly the same scene you remember from that game. But I guess that was all due to interference from Garrosh. If Garrosh had never gone back in time with... oh, what's his name? Oh, man. He's one of the bronze dragons anyway. They went back in time together, and Yeah. They caused an expansion. I don't know, maybe I'll throw up some comparison shots. But, yeah. I highly recommend, if you've never been to the Shadow Moon Valley in this Outland, then, or this Draenor, I should say, then it's absolutely worth a peek. Oh look, it even tells me I can come here for these. Let the mindless grinding begin. I guess I should mention too that the drop chance, even though I moved locations, it is not a lot better. Hey, and I get bagels to eat. Hey, we got it. Oh, we're in trouble though. That's alright. There you go, trouble. Uh-oh. That's less good. We'll do that and that. Good show. We're on our way back, flying exactly through another quest hub. Uh-oh. But we don't want to fly through that quest hub. Oh, jeez. Living dangerously. Last thing we want is to get storm bolted. Oh no. Run away! Run! You've got so many infernals to fight. You gotta chase after me. I think this is one of the spots you'd come if you'd chosen to side with the Aldor. And you'd come and farm up some... I think you take their armor and stuff and turn that in to the Aldor. Whereas for the Scryers, you go after Illidan's Blood Elf army. But there's a few more demons than there are Blood Elves. The good thing about the Blood Elves, though, is it's more concentrated in one area. If you're gonna farm them. I mean, not everybody that plays this game is one of these people that goes out and spends 3 or 4 hours a day grinding away, killing the same mobs over and over again just to get an achievement. I mean, there are some nice achievement rewards, but there might be easier achievements. Gauge your own time is what I'm saying, I guess. You don't want to spend a bunch of time on something that will get you the same result as something that you don't have to spend a million hours on. Unless you want to, then go right ahead. Alright, so here, looks like we're just after these peons. Get them, Prycoon. Oh, and these peons don't have any magic. So... Let's try Volop out again. Volop's always been a true friend since the beginning. Since the beginning times. Yeah, wonder if I can just pile them all up in one area. Wouldn't that be convenient? I shouldn't do that because then it's like I'm helping them clean up the bodies. Jeez. Why did I think of that? Well, looks like we're gonna have to start a little bit of trouble over here instead. They can run. Like I said, we don't want to help them gather the bodies. Hopefully I can get right up there in levels. Who doesn't like leveling? Well, I'll let you know, I've met some crazy people that don't like leveling at all. It's okay, I can't... Oh no. Oh good. I was really expecting that wolf to jump right on me there, but they both simultaneously went for that squirrel, which is just, isn't that amazing? It's a sort of thing that happens when you plan things out as perfectly as I do. Are those other peons not even helping him? Well, that's fine. I'll take it. Next up, wood mites. Then we have to go back and save the children. We can't forget about the children. Oh, yes, we should probably try to avoid the Alliance base as well. I always thought those Alliance people, they're kinda sketchy at best, you know.